heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So I'm back with another classic fight. Post-fight that I watched, 1973 Jerry Quarry versus Earnie Shavers. Some people regard Shavers as the hardest puncher in the history of boxing and the history of the heavyweight division. Watching this fight, now going into this fight, man, Shavers was 46 wins, 2 losses. He had 45 KOs, so remarkable KO percentage. Quarry was 47 wins, 6 losses, 4 draws, and 28 KOs going into this fight. Just looking back at this fight, doing some research on it, there was a lot of racial tension, overtones going into this fight. Both these guys were training at the Playboy Club in New York. I heard this from Gil Clancy, who was a trainer of Quarry. Don King, Shavers was Don King's guy. You know what I mean? And Gil Clancy was saying that this was the second time that he had a fighter face a Don King fighter. King had a light heavyweight named Ray Anderson. I forget the guy that Gil Clancy had that knocked out Anderson. And I guess leading up to this fight, Clancy said, "Hey man, once my guy knocks your guy out, I want you to come in the middle of the ring and apologize to me." And King came in the ring, but he didn't do no apologizing. But watching this fight though, very, very entertaining fight. The fight did not last that long. And this was the fight, in my opinion, that set up Quarry's rematch with Joe Frazier. To me, this is like his last hurrah. This was his last good performance. But the first round, Shavers comes out being very aggressive, using his jab, trying to set up that right hand, those big left hooks. And Jerry was at his best, man, when you were attacking him. He was a counterpuncher, but not like like I've said before, your Ali, Larry Holmes type of counterpuncher. He was a guy that compact build, so he would counter you with like right hooks and uppercuts. He would move a little bit. He wasn't, necessarily dancing on his toes, and he had a damn good chin, man. And it looked like in this fight, when Shavers was attacking him, Quarry was making him miss. He was bending out the way of some of these shots, ducking, coming back with his own hooks. He was getting caught with some shots, got caught with some good jabs. He was landing his left hook to the body of Shavers. When they would clinch, Quarry will push him back. He kept pushing Shavers back. I think it was a good right hand that got Shavers' attention and hurt him. And then after that, Shavers went on defense mode. He was trying to duck out the way of punches, going to the ropes, getting caught with hooks and uppercuts and overhand rights. Thought Mercani was going to step in a few times there, but Shavers just pounding away, and or Quarry was pounding away, and then Shavers would try to retaliate with wild hooks and uppercuts, and he was trying to hold on towards the end, and it was just open season on him. He ran into the ropes. Quarry was landing crazy left hooks, right hands. I mean, technique went out the way, man. It was just, he was throwing just hooks after hooks after hooks, trying to stop Shavers. Got him into the corner. The knockdown was kind of a half throwdown, kind of grabbed him by his neck, and he was going to fall over anyways. He got up, beat the count. You could tell he was out of it. He had his hands like up on the ropes as Quarry was coming near him after he got up, and Mercani was making sure he was okay. Then he was getting hit with right hooks and uppercuts. He was leaning against the ropes. Looked like he could have fell through the ropes. Mercani kind of saved him. Then he tried to swing back at the end when Mercani was breaking him up. Entertaining fight, man. I thought this was Quarry's last hurrah of his career. He made some late comebacks in his career. He even tried to come back like I believe like the 80s and 90s, like 92 or something like that. He tried to make a comeback, but I thought this was his last hurrah. Then he went on, he lost, I think one more fight after this. He won, and then he fought Frazier. So this was his last best win. Now for Shavers, this fight was, 4 or 5 years before his classic fights with Ali and Holmes. I believe he knocked out Norton too after this. I believe it was after this fight. After this fight had passed. So, damn good, entertaining first round knockout. Unexpected, but that was Quarry though, man. He would do some things that you wouldn't believe he can do sometimes, especially when you try to attack him. I would have loved to see how he would have fought against Rocky Marciano and Mike Tyson and guys like that, just by going off fights like this and his fights with Joe Frazier. I'm not sure if he would have won those fights, but they'd have been entertaining, though. Just another post fight of a classic fight. I'm out.